YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD and I'm back again with another video, guys. And today's video is going to be on starts and sits for week 7, guys. Yes, starts and sits. And with no further ado, guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content, guys. And guys, I want to apologize. I've got out a couple videos for your waiver wire pickups. I know that was a necessity, but I've been sick, guys, and I know it's like the second time, right? Like, Diddy, what's wrong with you? You need to get your health together, right? But anyway, guys, with no further ado, I'm gonna hit you with the stars and sits, and I'm not gonna drain this video out. So let's begin. The Browns faces the Ravens. For the Browns, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, David Njoku, and Amari Cooper. Those are my stars. For the Ravens side, guys, it's Lamar Jackson, Kenyon Drake. And guys, listen, I don't think J.K. Dobbins is playing. So Kenyon Drake is a start. It's going to be between Kenyon Drake and Justice Hill. So if I have to choose, I will go with Kenyon Drake. And if you out there in that real deep league, like 16 team, you can roll Justice Hill out there. I said what I said. But all right, guys, Mark Andrews. And guys, if Rashad Bateman is active, I think you got to play him. That's just me. If you got a better play, that's fine. And I think Devin Duvernay is also a start, guys. So let's move on to the next game. The Buccaneers faces the Panthers. And if you need to rewind the video, guys, I don't have timestamps. I don't have time to do timestamps. So you can rewind it to get the starts and whatever. But Buccaneers versus Panthers. Let's start with the Buccaneers, guys. Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Cade Iden. You know Tom Brady can have an abundance of fantasy players, so you can roll all these guys out there, and they can be top 24 at their positions. All right, for the Panthers, it's simple. You really don't need to start anybody this week from them because of the CMC trade. I'm not saying I trust Deontay Foreman right away, roll him out there. But if you're in a deep 24, 16 team league or something like that, then yes, you can roll Deontay Foreman out there. Or even DJ Moore. These are just kind of like spot starts, flex guys if you need an emergency play. All right, let's move on to the next game. The next game for week 7 is the Falcons versus the Bengals. So for the Falcons, Marcus Mariota with this running upside, he's a starter. Drake London, guys, you just got to roll these guys out here. He's a starter. He's the number 1 wide receiver on this team. So when him and Kyle Pitts are healthy, I'm starting both of these guys. So Kyle Pitts is my next starter. I'm not starting anybody else. I'm not starting Tyler Algier because the Bengals defense is really good. But if you need to start Tyler Algier, that's on you. If you need to start Caleb Huntley, that's on you, right? These are like pivot, flex guys, deep league guys. So Bengals side, Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, and Jamar Chase. And guys, if T. Higgins, if he's active, you got to watch. He's a little bit, nicked up and stuff. So you know what happened last year. So you want to make sure he's practicing through the week. So as far as I've heard, he's been on a limited basis. So it looked like he's going to play. So if you have T. Higgins and he's out there early and the question tag is off of him, you probably got to roll him out there. It is what it is. All right, guys, let's move on to the next game. The next game is the Lions versus the Cowboys. And this game was a little tricky for me, especially with the Lions side. I didn't want to start Jared Goff, but there's not a lot of other quarterbacks out there to start. So Jared Goff is a starter for me against the Cowboys' elite defense. DeAndre Swift, if he's healthy, look like he's been practicing, he's going to be healthy. DeAndre Swift. Also Jamal Williams, Amon-Ra, my man that I've been talking about all year, championing him. Of course you started him. And T.J. Hockenson. I'm not huge on T.J. Hockenson, but sometimes you just got to roll him out there. Like, he's not a sit for me. I just don't think he's an upper echelon top 5 tight end. But let's go over to the Cowboys side. And guys, yes, there's a lot of guys over here that you're probably going to have to start because we just don't know, right? And you got these guys on your bench and you pick them up early, so you're not just going to waste them on the bench and when they can have a possibly boom game. So Dak Prescott, you started him. Yes, he's come back this week. They sit in Cooper Rush. Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard. Both of these guys are starters because the Lions defense is weak. Their run defense is weak, guys. So I'm starting Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard. CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, that's up to you. I don't believe CeeDee Lamb is the top end, but that doesn't mean he's not a starter, right? So you starting CeeDee Lamb, and you probably got to start Michael Gallup. Now, between Dalton Schultz and the rookie Ferguson, that's what you're going to have to decide there. If you trust Dalton Schultz, you want to roll him out there, that's on you. Me, I probably would wait and just hold off and try to find something else because I don't want to go out there and start him and he get mixed up or he's getting half limited snaps. That's just me. All right, let's move on. Giants faces the Jaguars. So for the Giants side, I can't necessarily say Daniel Jones is a start, but like I said, it depends on your team. If you need him, you can start him. But the main starters for this, and I feel like our starters on anybody's team, is Saquon Barkley, Wan'Dale Robinson and Daniel Bellinger. Now, some people might have better players than Wan'Dale Robinson and Daniel Bellinger, but some of you might not. So those guys, I'm starting those guys in some leagues myself. So those are the 3 guys that I'm starting for the Giants. That's crazy. Giants don't have that many starters, but they've been winning a lot of games. The Jaguars, they've been struggling. But I'm going to still say Trevor Lawrence is a starter. If you don't want to start him because you're in not too many, like you be in a 10-man league or something, then that's fine. But Trevor Lawrence, to me, because I'm talking about a 12-man league, he's a starter. Travis Etienne. Now listen, I don't have James Robinson on here because I know he's been struggling. But I know Travis Etienne is the PPR guy. He's getting out in space and catching a lot of passes. So you can start Travis Etienne if you need to. Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and Evan Ingram. Those are kind of the guys that you got to roll out there on the Jaguars if you have those guys. If you can pivot, that's good. They've been struggling, but it is what it is. To me, I'm still going to play Christian Kirk. I love him mostly out of the rest of these guys. All right, guys, let's move on. The next game is the Packers and the Commanders, and I feel like this can be a fantasy extravaganza. You know, that's what CBS always call it, right? When they have a bunch of points, I feel like this can happen. So I'm starting, guys, for the Packers: Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Romeo Doubs, Robert Tonyan, and Alan Lazard. Now listen, if you want to rebuttal that, just hit me up in the comment section. Say, TD, I'm not starting this player. I'm not starting that player. I'm not going to start this player. Let me know, guys. It's all good and fair games. We all help each other get better as a community. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. This is cutting edge content. But for the Commander side, guys, I only got 3 starters. I'm not starting no Taylor Heineke. I'm sorry. But Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, and Terry McLaurin are the only guys that I feel like you can start. And if you're in a deep league, you can roll J.D. McKissic out there if you think they're going to be trailing. Because J.D. McKissic going to get a lot of snaps when they're down. But I do believe that they want to get Antonio Gibson the ball because of what he did. He outplayed all the running backs last week. So I think this is an Antonio Gibson special week. This is one of my favorite players. All right, guys. Colts versus the Titans. For the Colts side, guys, Matt Ryan, he went out there and boom, you starring him. It looked like this offense is going to be picking up. Go buy low on a couple of these guys like Jonathan Taylor. But anyway, Matt Ryan, Jonathan Taylor is starters. Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce. Those guys, you rolling them out to the guys, and I feel really good about the Colts. Now, it might be a good game, but I still feel good about the offense. Titans, I'm starting Ryan Tannehill. Now, I know the Colts defense doesn't suck, but there's not a lot of quarterbacks out there to start. So Ryan Tannehill, by default, is starting. Derrick Henry, Robert Woods. Yes, Robert Woods. I finally got him on the start list because, guys, there's no other weapons on the team. He's a veteran. He can run routes. Is he going to get a lot of separation? Maybe so. Just depends on who the corner is. So Robert Woods is a start. And a guy to be looking to start if you need to, deep league or just a stash guy maybe, is Kyle Phillips. I do think that he's going to lead this team in the slot, right? Because I think they got to evolve into a slot team. All right, guys. The next game is the Texans versus the Raiders. For the Texans, I love this team. I think they're going to be getting better. I want to buy low on Dameon Pierce and Nico Collins. But Davis Mills is a starter. Dameon Pierce, he's been killing. He's a top 12 running back. I told people that. He's killing. Brandon Cooks, he's been struggling a little bit. But, guys, the targets that he's getting, the opportunities, you got to keep rolling him out there. You're not going to get anything better. So, Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins. Love Nico Collins. I think Nico Collins is a smash play, especially in DFS. To the Raiders. Derek Carr, you start him. Guys, I hit Derek Carr early. I'm getting off of that. I just don't like the way he looked. I don't like the way the touchdowns are thrown in this offense. I don't want to count on Derek Carr to win me a week. That's just me. But Derek Carr's not a bad player. I just don't want to count on that. But Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and Matt Collins. Yes, guys, Matt Collins. I don't have Darren Waller on here because, guys, it looked like he's injured. I told people to fade him. Not that he was a bad talent. It's because of his injury history. All right, guys. We got a few more games to go. We're going to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. It's just cutting edge content, guys. And make sure you share the content, too. All right, guys. So, Jets and Broncos. Jets. I'm not starting Zach Wilson, but I am starting Breach Hall, Garrett Wilson, and Corey Davis. No Tyler Conklin for me this week. That's just me. The Broncos are really good. They're pretty good and decent against tight ends, and they just got a really good top 5 defense. But Michael Carter is a sneaky start for me because this team could be trailing with the Broncos, could be a close game. They might need to use Michael Carter to create some space because, these linebackers and this run defense is good. So maybe Michael Carter can get out in space and catch 6 or 7 passes this week. Who knows, right? Breach Hall can do that too, but maybe they use Michael Carter. So I just want to let people know that. I'm not saying he's a start, but if you want to, that's up to you. All right, on the Broncos side, I can't start Russell. Last name Wilson. I told y'all about, like, it just don't look right. Ever since from last year with DK. Everybody thought I was crazy. What it looks like now, guys. But anyway, Melvin Gordon, Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, and Greg Dolch. You got to roll those guys out there. The only reason I got Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, they top receivers, guys. So I'm not, if the backup come in or Russell's playing, they still can be fantasy valuable. So I'm just going to tell you those guys are starters. I don't love the Denver Broncos offense, especially Melvin Gordon, but you still got to roll them out there. All right, guys, we got 4 more games and we'll get out of here. Chiefs versus the 49ers. For the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes, CEH, Juju, Travis Kelce, and my sneaky player of the week that can be a flex player if you need him is Sky Moore. He's evolving. They need him to help create separation. Juju and them guys are doing okay, but they're not separating like they should. All right, for the 49ers, I think they're going to boom. Congratulations, CMC. Jimmy Garoppolo is a starter. Listen, guys, the CMC starts this week, you probably got to roll them out there. It is what it is, especially with this many teams on the bye. So it is what it is. So CMC, Debo Samuel, you know he's a starter. Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle. All right, let's move on to the next game. Seahawks versus the Chargers. For the Seahawks, Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, Ken Walker, but Tyler Lockett, guys, it seems like his hamstring could be bothering him, so be careful. You might not be able to start him this week. He might sit out. So, but yeah, Geno, Tyler, DK, and Ken are starters if they healthy. All right, for the Chargers side, Justin Herbert, baby goat. He needs to be better to be baby goat, but I think he's going to be fine. He's just got to get over the rib injury. Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, and Keenan Allen and Jared Everett. Now, Keenan Allen look like he's probably not going to play because why would you use him when you got a bye week next week? I say get him healthy for 2 to 3 weeks and let him come back after that, and I think he'll be ready. But if Keenan Allen is out, guys, the player of the week, my special flex guy, is DeAndre Carter. He can separate in the phone booth. So that's what they looking because that's what Keenan Allen can do. DeAndre ain't on Keenan Allen level, but he's the best route runner after Keenan Allen on this team, as far as in short areas. All right, guys, 2 more games. Steelers versus the Dolphins. For the Steelers, guys, I'm rolling Kenny Pickett out there. Garbage time, Kenny Pickett. Najee Harris, I'm rolling him out there because, guys, he can just fall in for a touchdown. That's what Najee upside is, so fall in touchdown. Next, George Pickens. Now, listen, these other guys, it just depends on what type of format in, how many people in your leagues. But Pat Furman, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, you can start these guys. You don't have to, but they can be starters. For the Dolphins side, Tua, I'm rolling him out there. I hope he don't get another concussion. If he don't, this team's going to be really good because this guy is very accurate. And that's all Tyreek needs, just to get the ball to him quick and let him do that. Him and Jalen Waddle. But Raheem Mostert is also a start. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. If all guys are healthy, you roll them out there. All right, guys, last game, Bears versus the Patriots. Okay, for the Bears, I want to start Justin Fields, but he's not a necessary starter. He's playing against a tough defense, Patriots. And you know how Bill is with running quarterbacks that ain't really good with reading defenses. He can usually scheme you up and make you have a bad game. But me, in certain leagues, I'm going to start Justin Fields anyway. But David Montgomery, Darnell Mooney, and Cole Kmet, yes, guys, with all the tight ends, they had some manufactured targets and screens and stuff that look really good for Cole Kmet. So I like Cole Kmet to start streaming him right now. I was high on him earlier, and I still, it is what it is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I take it. But I still love Cole Kmet. For the Patriots, guys, Mac Jones, if he's starting, you start him. If it's Zappy, you can start Zappy. I said what I said. Zappy looked good. And Mac Jones better make sure he don't get Drew Bledsoe. I said what I said. He better make sure he don't get Drew Bledsoe. Because, Whatchamacallit has a conscience. Bill Belichick don't have no conscience. Ramondre Stevenson, you know that. Damian Harris looks like he could be active. But I'm still rolling the Ramondre out there and expecting at least a top B and RB2. Damian Harris, low end RB2 flex play. Tyquan Thornton, this is a special flex play. I think he could go out and have a touchdown. I think this guy's growing into a role. Hunter Henry, tight end. Again, because his offense is getting better, I got Hunter Henry out there. And guys, also Jacoby Myers. Yes, Jacoby Myers. I think in PPR, you have to start him. If it's not PPR, you don't have to start him. But I'm definitely starting him over Tyquan. I just said Tyquan is a special start from him for this week. And another special start, yes, for the Patriots, guys. is Devontae Parker. These guys has been getting out and having big catches. Last week, Devontae Parker had a big catch and Tyquan Thornton had a big catch. So I have to mention these guys. So guys, with no further ado, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. And also, guys, go sign up for my OnlyFans. Guys, there's nothing weird going on. I'm just trying to be a pioneer and have a different platform. Everybody got Patreon. So why should I do Patreon? So come over to OnlyFans and get that personable help where I can do consultation with you and you get half off. And guys, you got gifts and all kinds of things coming for you on my OnlyFans. So make sure you sign up, guys. So see you later. Peace.